Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Blindspot season 2, episode 11. We got a nice little mission. We got some bullets. We got some friends. We got a little bit of love, and we got some psychiatrists. You guys better have loved this episode. So we're gonna get into it in just a second. Keep it locked.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They were the Bobcats, right?
Got to line up your
Bobcats?
shot. Yeah.
I forgot the mascot.
So guys, welcome to the after show for Blindspot season 2, episode 11. That's right, we are here. I am your host, Michael, aka @OneYoungster, which is ONEYOUNGSTA, and I'm here with my co-host, the wonderful Nick Mardi. What's up?
What's up, everyone? I'm Nick Mardi. You can find me everywhere at Nick Mardi13 and the latest Late Show on YouTube. I want to do this too, Nick Mardi. Because I got you. I like how you do. You have a signature. I need a signature.
Yeah, see this? Oh, yeah. So you got to get your head in the game. And today, we had a lot of people with their head in the game. But before we get started, guys, do not forget to check us out online at AfterBuzz on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, Facebook, all of that stuff. You can find that there. And also, don't forget to check us out on iTunes, download the podcast, give us ratings, 5 stars, and all that, and just type in there that you love us. But also, before I get started, because last week you got on us. So, Ivan Soto, what is up? We got the latest Late Show in here. My man Nick Mardi doing his thing. And we got, of course, myself, Lay Ill Kid. What is up, y'all? I hope you guys having a fun time. And let's just go on and get into it. This episode started off with a nice little a lover's chat.
Yeah.
You know, a nice little lovers chat, cute romantic setting with Kurt and Nas. How do you feel with Kurt and Nas? Are you feeling a little bit better about the relationship now?
I'm feeling a little bit better, but I still feel like there's so much going on with the whole team as a whole that there's no time for romantics right now. Like every episode, there's something blowing up.
It's like, look, we don't have time.
We don't have time for love. Well, it doesn't have time for baby right now.
Yeah, we gotta get that baby out of here.
Yeah, we gotta get it out.
That baby gotta get out of here. So it's I gotta say I'm warming up to, you know, the whole Kurt and Nas situation. At first, I thought it was kind of forced. I really wasn't feeling I didn't think they really vibed at all.
I understand for sure.
But now I'm kind of like, you know what? You guys work.
Possible.
You work for me. You work. Because I was hardcore, like, it had to be Kurt and Jane. But now, you know, I'm kind of warm on it. I'm warming up.
It could be like a lot of the TV shows where they don't date, they date other people. Yeah. Then at the end,
finally
season finale,
circle back around.
Comes around. Well, it was meant to be the whole time.
Aww.
Totally could be that.
Yeah. So I like that. She gave her a little bit of history about her old missions, why she keeps coming back to this place. Even gave him a little history on Indian culture and everything, and it was nice. It was nice to see a scene where nothing blew up. And
at the moment.
At the moment. And we got a couple of episodes, a couple of other scenes like that, which was pretty cool. Yeah. Now, speaking of Kurt, he had some screen time with some ladies. He was the ladies' man this episode.
He did.
Because not only did he have a little, back and forth with Nas, he got a chance to see, Allie again at the hospital, getting her pregnancy, checkups and everything. And I thought it was pretty cool that he's putting forth the effort. He wants to be there. I know they're setting it up that he can't be there because they're about to get rid of her.
Look at the team, and then she's going to Colorado. But I mean, even Ivan, Weller and Nas make me sick.
Oh,
Cunningham,
man.
I don't like them either. Jane and Weller. Ivan wants Nas gone.
Ooh, man. Well, this is the type of show where that could happen, so you might get what you want.
Patterson was shot, anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen, because Patterson, I thought she was like the golden child on this show.
We had been going up to every episode, nobody can touch Patterson.
Fine. And she got tortured.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Nas,
oh, don't even remind me. My ears.
Oh, my ears, the pain. But it was cool to see, Weller putting forth the effort, trying to get the baby room ready.
The safest crib.
Yeah, the safest crib.
Firmest mattress.
Yeah, the sidebars or whatever.
Different shades of paint. Yeah, non-toxic.
Non-toxic. That's right, because you can't be giving toxins to the children.
Especially for an agent like him.
Yeah, agent like him.
He needs a top of the line baby.
Oh man, that's right. Top of the line, baby. That's hashtag.
You don't hear that every day.
That's right. Well, I think it's cool that they found a nicer way to get her out of the storyline, because I thought that they were going to kill her in the mid-season finale. Like, I thought she was done for.
Interesting.
But she's still here. Baby's fine. She's fine. I thought they were going to get rid of her then. I'll be honest. I thought she was done for.
I didn't have any inkling of that.
Okay, because I felt like there's no way they're gonna let a baby on this show. This show doesn't have room for a baby.
You think she was gonna die with the baby?
I thought they were gonna do that. I really thought they were gonna do that.
No, that's too much.
I thought they would do
HBO, yeah, sure,
but not this.
Not
NBC.
Cable TV. Go on,
like,
yeah.
Hey, this is network, guys.
HBO,
Calm it
yeah.
down.
Totally. Netflix, go for it.
Yeah. NBC, calm it down.
We don't go that far.
Oh, man. So Kurt not only had some love with Nas, a little tender moment with Allie, but he had a nice little moment, or a couple of scenes, with him and Jane. The one that I like the most is the situation with him trying to, explain to her the situation with Roman. Why she needs to step back when the psychiatrist is coming in, or, the psychologist, whatever. I don't know the exact terms, but, he was trying to explain to her, like, hey, you got to let them, take the, take the front on this, get the lead on this. You step back. And then even in the car, he was talking about, she was like, how will I feel, or how would he feel once he finds out that I'm the one who took his memories? And, how do you think he would feel different if he knew or didn't know, or with the information that we have now, do you think it would be the same either way?
I think it would still be the same, but I mean, overall, I feel like Weller is doing a good job in just letting, as much as he's on Jane's team, he wants the team, whatever's in the best interest. He knows the therapist needs to go talk to Roman and figure these things out. Let them do the thing. Jane, chill out for a minute. There's a lot going on in her head too. She had the same thing happen to her, so she feels for Roman. But Weller's, to take a second, because this guy might snap and know that you lied, and remember some things that have maybe happened, and he's gonna try and break out.
Yeah,
so give him, each party needs their time right now.
Yeah. One thing that I thought was cool, speaking about the psychiatrist, is when she came in, the way she was very, very matter of fact, very, distinct, very, confident in everything that she was doing, everything she said. No, you can't come in the room with me. I know the best way to do this. Even talking to Nas about, when have I kept relevant information from you? And when I saw that, it led me to believe that she's kept information from her before.
Yeah, it's
I don't
true.
think Nas trusts her.
No, I don't think she trusts her. I mean, even Ivan says he doesn't like how Roman's being treated like a criminal.
Yeah, because it's weird. In a way, he's a criminal, but he's not.
He's been zapped.
Yeah, so it's the person he is now is completely disassociated from what he himself did,
but
months
I would
ago
still be
or
scared.
whatever.
I would still be scared because, as we saw, I mean, I'm not jumping to the end of the episode, but you don't know what's going to click in his head.
Yeah.
He might just remember something. Oh, I have to fulfill this mission that I didn't, complete. And all of a sudden he's like recalls all the memories. Yeah,
and that's the scary thing, because Roman is a very efficient killer.
Yeah. What was it? It was the therapist who said the nursery in Japan where all the babies didn't cry. Where was that?
The Sudan.
Sudan, yeah. Similar to the South African one where Roman was born, but it just was like that extreme. No nurse picked up any babies, so they didn't cry anymore. Same thing happened in South Africa with Roman.
Yeah.
Oh
it's
my
like
God.
He's not angry or happy. He's just like in this
emotionless.
Yeah, emotionless middle, dead zone.
So if he can still have that type of emotion, even though he doesn't have it, he still has that trait. I feel like a lot more can kick in.
True. And hopefully, speaking of kicking in, we hope that it'll kick in positively with Jane's, nurturing, with her, with, kind of like her surrounding him with, I guess, as happy as you can be when you're locked in a glass cell. I do think they could, I know Roman's dangerous, but I do think they could give him a little bit of sunlight, maybe let him outside, let him go across the street or something.
Oh, that's
and
a
just
lot.
Keep,
that's a lot. That's a lot.
Just keep like 2 agents with him. Because he killed like 4 sandstorms. Maybe they keep like 10 agents.
My thought is like, don't treat him like a criminal because of what has happened, but let him walk around the office kind of thing.
Okay.
I feel like maybe the sidewalk is a little bit too much, or the street.
Yeah, because maybe some sounds might trigger him or something.
Exactly. So I feel like the office is calm enough, and there's no loud noises there until, one of the directors walks in and then all of a sudden kicks everyone out. But whenever that happens, that's loud. But aside from that, chill.
I will say, Ivan said in the chat that Roman's being treated like a monster. In a way, kind of like we were saying, it's understandable, but I think they could loosen the reins a little bit.
A little bit. Like the
just
office.
A little bit.
Just a little bit. Let him walk around.
Or they said that he was downstairs. Maybe give him access to the rest of downstairs. But maybe he can't come upstairs. So he's not in a box,
And he doesn't feel... Because I feel like he himself is feeling like, I'm not trusted by anyone.
Yeah. And that's going to make you very defensive and very aggressive towards
So now he doesn't believe he's on their side. If you guys took me in and you're being so nice to me, show me that I'm on your good side.
Yeah. And one thing that has happened in these last 2 episodes that I didn't think would happen when they first introduced Roman is that I actually kind of care about Roman. Like I care about what happens to him.
Now I do.
Yeah, at first I was just like, who's this guy? He says he's a brother. I don't care about this guy. And now I'm like, kind of feel for Roman. Like
It took me some time, because I mean, even when he tried to shoot Shepard, I wasn't on his side still.
Nah.
Because I was like, okay, it's just because you're your sister, and you're gonna keep doing your same thing.
Yeah.
But when he was zapped, I still didn't care, because then obviously I stood corrected when he tried kicking Jane. He tried, killing her with a gun immediately. But then now that he's just locked up and confined for no reason that he knows of, Team Roman.
Yeah, Team Roman. I'm down with Roman. Now, next up, we got our girl Patterson. Man, she solved 2 puzzles this week. Patterson is just smart. Okay?
And no rest.
no rest. She has a headache. She just got tortured I guess a week.
Stop saying it. Reminded me of the years. It's so crazy. That was some intense stuff.
She went through a situation a couple of weeks ago.
She did.
And her head's hurting. She's taking migraine medicines, and she's still firing away at solving these crimes, solving these cases, solving these puzzles. And Patterson, I got love for Weller, but Patterson needs a raise. Patterson needs a raise.
I'm telling you, even though she's one of the most highest rated characters, most loved, I still think that's underrated in the show, because she does so much. She pulls everything together. Even jumping to the end of the episode again, every single episode you wrap up, I'm telling you, it's like Scooby-Doo. If it wasn't for you stupid kids and you dumb dog, Scooby would be like, if it wasn't for Patterson, done.
If it wasn't for Patterson, we'd be great.
Every time, we would get away with it.
Now, it's cool to see something as far as Patterson's concerned, is she wrote whatever program, the one that matched the cell phone information. She wrote that program or whatever last season. So it's cool to see a payoff from something that she did last season that, I guess everybody thought, hey, everything doesn't work. And it's cool to see that pay off. And not only did that pay off with the cell phone information, but she got the video from Anton that came into the country sneaking around in containers. And she just time and again proves to be the MVP. She really does.
Relentless.
Patterson is the MVP.
Ivan comes up with a cool theory that if I'm correct of what you're saying, Ivan, that I need a Roman and Jane badass brother-sister team. Do you think they're just going to take in Roman in total and just say we're going to use him the same way we use Jane? Get back at Sandstorm possibly?
Hopefully they give him the choice and he chooses to. because I'm scared of if they try to force Roman to do something. But we'll jump to that at the end because we got some other stuff because we saw the preview for next episode. But speaking of Patterson, or speaking of her finding out about Anton, you get Anton Sepilov that comes in the country and completely just, I guess, resurrects from the dead because we don't know.
He's dead.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Classic.
It's like, no, he's right there.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about this is that we get the payoff from two situations. We get the payoff from seeing, like, I guess, one of the most wanted guys get caught by the FBI. But then you get Jane brought face to face with the man who was torturing her just a while back. You know, it wasn't too long ago that he was hitting her with chains. Yeah. And it was cool to see the protection that Kurt threw in. Like, once she said that, Kurt looked like he was he looked like an attack dog. Like, he
should,
he's like, that's my woman. No,
yeah.
He's like, sorry, Nas.
Essentially. Yeah.
Sorry, Nas.
Sorry,
that's
Nas.
my woman.
Sorry, Allie. Sorry, every other girl who I'm playing with on the season.
Sorry, every single other girl except Zapata. Yeah. But we'll get to that. But it was cool to see that. You know, first, that's a crazy traffic stop in the middle of New York. But it was cool to see her come face to face with him because she was under the impression that he was, you know, beyond, I guess, fixing or whatever. And it seems that he was just like, hey, that was just Tuesday at the job for me. You know, and how would you have handled that? Like, if you had the skills Jane has, would he still have been alive on that street, or do you think he would have shot first, asked questions later?
I don't know, because Weller, I think, kind of put a stop to everything.
Yeah, I feel...
He made everyone chill for a minute.
Yes. Now, on that note, do you think that he could have stopped Roman in that situation?
No.
Not at all. No. Not at all. Roman would have killed that guy.
Yeah, Roman would. It would have been done.
It wouldn't even been word one out of his mouth. They would have just shot him immediately.
I really tried to play both sides of it, but there was none in my head.
Yeah,
I was going through scenarios.
Nah, it's like maybe Roman would. Nah, it's like so. Another cool thing about this scene is that this starts off our main mission of the episode. And the mission is that the Darbazan, I cannot remember their name.
It was a weird name,
The terrorist organization is planning they got a plot, 6 p.m. They're going to blow up something. They're going to do something bad. Anton knows. And we're trading that information for a heart transplant for his son. And we get this kind of cool web that they weave with paying off this guy that was probably on his deathbed anyway, and the money going to his sister. They bring the sister in. She has no idea. Yeah. She's like, what in the world is going on? But they finally get around to, oh, he knows about this terrorist plot that we had no idea about, like, at all.
It's almost like, was it too good to be true, all this coincidence? Like, okay, you just ran into this and stumbled upon it?
Well, I guess, a show like Blindspot needs that every now and then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I even before we started this, I was telling you, I was like, here goes another, like, side story. Yeah. That'll develop into more because, at the end of the episode, it all wrapped up into the whole season's storyline. But I definitely feel like this random terror plot was...
It did come out of nowhere.
Random.
Yes. Speaking of coming out of nowhere, the whole plot line with his daughter that, he did drop a line, Keaton dropped a line about, hey, I've missed my daughter's basketball games and everything. And all of a sudden his daughter is mixed up in this terrorist plot because she's actually where the terrorists are planning to attack.
The one high school in Manhattan.
The one high school
on that big old island.
But it seems like it was planned that way because when we get there, one of the guys that shoots his daughter's bodyguard says, I have her. So they must have been planning for this for quite some time. But I do like the way they handle the scene in the school. We got our action that we've been waiting for. Yeah. All episode we waiting for the action. And we got some cool shots. Reed hit a good shot. Weller hit a good shot. We got some good action here.
There was some fighting with Jane as well. Well, that was in the high school.
Yes, that was in high school. And I guess that was in the not the break room, but like the weight room or something.
Oh yeah, because the kettlebell. Yeah, she got the kettlebell. I had it in my head because I remember I was looking at that scene. I was like, that's a decent fight scene.
Yeah, and then I was like, that's decent for a high school. I was like, that is a nice weight room.
Yeah, they had a little bit of a nice weight room.
That high school has budget.
And no one even looked at all the basketballs that were around. Like, okay,
Nobody
usually there's only 3 basketballs. Yeah, why are there like 59?
Look, when I went to high school, there was like 1 basketball rack.
Yeah. And it was like used the past 4 graduating classes.
Yeah, it was like the oldest basketballs on the planet.
Yeah.
All of a sudden at this school, we have like racks.
No one questioned the athletic like budget.
Nobody was like, no, this is I mean, I know this is a tournament, but there's a lot of basketballs here. So
yeah, that was bizarre, but it was a good fight scene. Yeah, I was happy. Explosion, even the explosion before that at the warehouse.
Yes, that was pretty cool, and I like I like how Kurt sneaks up on people like, "Excuse me, sir." Like,
yeah.
It's like, come on, Kurt.
I'm not even trying to dog either, but I did get a little pissed when Weller got up and he was like, "There's a truck full of bombs," and like they just stood and looked like.
They're just like,
dog, he's in like a moving truck. He's not gonna get far if you just hop in your Tahoe.
Yeah, just chase him.
But they just stared off. Like, what the hell?
And speaking of staring off, when they finally get in the Tahoe, they're like, "We got 20 minutes." I'm like, where in New York are you getting to in 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Like, I haven't been to NY in a minute, but traffic there is not light.
It hasn't changed.
So. Moving on, we got, speaking of Anton, we closed that storyline up. Unfortunately, his son passes. They still have to get the plot out of him. But guess what? We got some memories, and we got Reed and Z. And the cool thing about Reed and Z is, I like this cat and mouse game that. Well, actually, they aren't playing it.
It's 50 Shades game, like back and forth.
Zapata's playing it.
You.
Reed was like, "Hey, I was serious when she pulled back with the friend thing. He tried to like backpedal a little bit. Reed, we know you like her.
Now, obviously, at that point, you know he does.
Yeah,
no doubt.
But Zapata likes him too, and I don't know why. I guess we'll figure it out later, but she is super self-sabotaging her, like, the whole relationship.
Yo, are you ready to get into the bar scene? Because I was pissed at that,
Yeah, let's go and get into that.
Okay, explain what happened. I'll just give you my 2 cents.
So, they're getting in the elevator, getting ready to leave, and she's like, "Hey, let's have a drink." And he's like, "Yo, I've been tired all day. It's a long day. I just want to go home." She says, "Just give me one drink." He goes there, and then they seem to be chatting it up just nice. Everything seems cool, and I'm thinking that Zapata's going to say, I really like, to pursue something or try kissing me again.
I was just scared when it happened.
I was just scared. Yeah. I don't know what to do with these feelings. But she completely plays it off, jokes and laughs like nothing ever happened, is like, "We're never going to speak about this again." And then just completely like throws him into the arms of another woman.
Yeah, it was so stupid because I mean that stuff happens in real life. That's what really got to me. Like I'm not saying girls, just girls, but guys too.
Yeah.
We'll say something to kind of set up the other person so then they can get mad at them for no reason. And she noticed that girl's looking, so she's like, "Oh, you got to follow her." And he's like, "Yeah, I do." Like, he didn't even care.
Yeah, he
didn't care.
Reed knows he's smooth.
Yeah, he knows who he wants.
He wears a 3-piece suit to the office, man. He got this.
He knows. And then, she's just like, "Oh, okay, I'm going to get out of here." Then she walks up to the chick and is like, "Oh, he's all yours." Like, you did that to yourself. So then when she looked back, when she was out,
I was like, ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, like, I do not have any sympathy for. I got the most pissed at this whole episode. Not even like the truck getting away. This pissed me off.
Oh, man.
Hashtag relatable.
Very relatable. Now, another cool moment that we get is back to the psychiatrist is the memories that Roman got were some serious memories.
Yeah.
These weren't just childhood stories. Apparently, at this orphanage that he was at, it was the killer orphanage, because we get to see the scene where the guy comes in and says, "You haven't killed the rabbit yet." And then he like closes the door again. And, of course, young Roman is crying and everything. He wants to get out. And then the next time we see, them going into those memories, when the psychiatrist is turning off the lights and they're diving into his past or his, recollection or whatever. And we get to see him straight up murder a kid. And I mean, it was like a prison shank.
That was a prison shank, no doubt. I had to get that in my head. Yeah, I'm totally. You know what it was? I feel like this whole orphanage was like a Agent 47. What was it? From Hitman?
From Hitman.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a good point.
That's what I related it to.
So, actually, that puts another thing. To the chat, to everybody that's watching, do you think that Shepard rescued them from the orphanage? Or do you think that she was running that orphanage, and that when maybe the orphanage maybe got shut down or something, she took her two top prospects? Because that's a good point.
That's really interesting. A very good point. That's really interesting.
Like, it does seem like that's a Hitman, Agent 47 kind of thing, and they were raising these kids.
Yeah.
So it's a good point. I wonder if Shepard, wasn't, I rescued you from an orphanage. No, you were running that thing. And maybe we'll find that,
I do like that idea, too. Or maybe it was getting shut down and she took her two best people.
Yeah.
Two best prospects, proteges.
Yeah, because apparently Roman is very efficient.
Ruthless. He killed that bunny, I guarantee that. The rabbit.
He killed that bunny so hard.
Yeah, they didn't show it, but that thing got brutally attacked.
That thing got filleted.
Oh, okay. Ivan says, no, she wasn't running it.
Oh, she wasn't? Oh, man.
I don't know. It's still possible, but we could find out later on that it's still possible.
Because she's crooked enough.
Yeah.
She seems crooked enough.
Or she's just so good that she snuck in and stole two of these prospects that they were raising.
She knew they were the sweetest kids.
She wanted the Agent 48 and she's 47.
She was like 47.
Was it 47? I'm gonna look it up.
It was Agent 47. So yeah,
it was.
But yeah, you check that out. The coolest thing about this episode,
47.
I guess all around is it gave us a chance to step back from the main plot. Because we had that the last two episodes in a row, but we kept the small thread with Roman going. So Roman kept us tied to Sandstorm a little bit, but everybody else got a chance to breathe, and it's not all about Sandstorm. And it was just, even
though the whole high school is going to be blown up, but yeah, we got a chance to breathe and relax for a minute. That was
a chance to relax. We're just going to kill some high school kids. No big deal.
But man, we got a break.
Such a break. But it was cool to see them kind of dial it back and get to, we got a mission of the week.
Mm-hmm.
We got the mission of the week, but we got some more character development with Roman. I feel like we went somewhere, and that's a good episode for me. How about you?
I definitely feel like we got some good episode development, and mainly because at the end, we finally feel like we understand what that tattoo is.
Yes.
What is it called? Mancala? Because I used to play all the time as a kid.
I think she said Mancala, which brings us to the second puzzle.
Yeah.
That Patterson, because Patterson, she is on a roll, man.
She's good.
You can't stop that girl.
She's hot. She's good.
And she's gone through her growing pains. Man, come on, man. I had.
She had a hard time. She had such a difficult time this set. Think about what she's been doing this whole season.
Yeah, she's literally been kind of locked in a tech room, just solving stuff hardcore, and then ends up fighting. You see she has some skills, and you're like, wow, she can fight too.
Her love.
Yeah, and then her love. And then she has a situation. I'll just say that. I'm not going to say. She has a situation, and she's still strong through that.
Yeah. I didn't know. I pictured the whole scene.
Oh, man. So the second puzzle that she solves is this amazing leopard tattoo that they left off of Jane's neck. And she finds out it's a game called Mancala because she saw, Roman playing with the sugar cubes on the floor.
Crazy.
Well, when I saw them showing and focusing on so much, I'm like, those cubes got to mean something because he's lining them up in a certain way.
Yeah.
She finds out that they correlate to a game. She matches them. And then we get our link to the very next episode, which is a very spry, young, pretty young lady that apparently is a terrorist.
And he knows who he's close with.
And apparently she likes Roman. Or at least she likes to do terrorist things with Roman.
With Roman.
Yeah. So I guess leaving off of that, let's go in.
Ivan actually said, we shouldn't write off that Patterson headaches are just nothing. It's been confirmed that Sandstorm did something to her.
True.
Maybe there's something, with the ear.
I wonder if maybe they, I mean, I guess they could have like inserted something into her ear or something like that. I mean, it's possible. You know, maybe they could have.
It could be a blind spot, like boom, this happened. We actually injected an atom piece that's gonna explode like the atom bomb. I don't know.
You never know. And then hold Patterson hostage or something like that.
Yeah.
Because Shepard is a crafty one. She's a crafty one. She's got to go down. She used to work on SVU. She was good, and she turned to the dark side. And then
so the series carry over.
Yeah, so the series crossed over. But I guess with the whole reveal of the young girl that was supposed to be with Roman and the shot that we got to see, let's go on and get into predictions.
Okay.
And now your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So
you tell you don't know. You want me to go?
What do you think we're going to be seeing next episode?
Next episode, I think that picture for some reason has to do with South Africa.
Okay.
Why I say that? I felt like her throwing that orphanage similarity to the other one in South Africa was more than just a tidbit.
Okay.
I think there's something going on there, and I feel like maybe it's a terrorist plot over there, affiliated with Sandstorm.
Okay. Now you're right, because we have gotten some travel before. The team has traveled overseas.
Yeah.
So we've gotten some. That could be a possibility. For me, I think next episode we get to see Roman decide whether he wants to be on the team or off the team. I think Roman's going to run away. Because we get to see that he gets outside. They take him out because they need him to work with to draw out the lady and everything.
Yeah.
I think he might run away.
In South Africa?
Maybe run away from wherever the mission is.
In South Africa. Maybe we're both...
Mix it all together.
Yeah.
I think he's going to run away and kind of figure out things for himself. Because I was thinking a lot about what you said last week about him like kind of leaving and breaking out. I'm like, well, if he was going to break out, this episode would be his perfect opportunity. Mm-hmm. If things don't go right on this mission, I think he's going to run. I think he's going to run, and it's going to be very hard to find him.
And he's going to infiltrate from the outside, alone as a lone wolf.
True. That could be really cool.
I think he's going to go so Jason Bourne.
Before we bounce in the chat, what do you have for next episode? What do you think? What do you think we're going to get next episode? Especially, Ivan's been real, very vocal. What do we have for next episode? And while we wait for that to roll up, I've got to say that this season has progressively for me gotten better.
I agree.
Like it's gotten to the point that I feel like, man, I feel like this show is even stronger in its second season than its first. Because you know how some shows in their first season, they this amazing first season, they fall. This season is just getting stronger. They came back from the break. Episode 10 was strong. Episode 11, we didn't get Sandstorm, but we got a lot of character development. We got to find out where Patterson is, where Kurt and his child is, where Kurt and Nas are, how Jane's feeling with Roman. We're moving people's attitudes and characters forward, and that's what I like to see in the show.
I feel like the character development is going really well and building, but I'm also excited about the action. I think the action is getting better every episode. This one was a subtle one, but 2 episodes ago we had that huge war. And I'm excited the explosion in the building and setting up the whole team.
Good
but
point.
I think it's going to get better and better and better with the action scenes and the stunts and the pyro.
You're right, man. There's a lot of a budget that goes into this.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't look, it's just a TV show, but there's a lot that goes into this.
Yeah.
Now, in the chat, Ivan said that next week we'll see Roman's humanity win over in next week's episode. That could be a nice breakthrough for him.
It would be good. Then that means he's with the team, and then we have Jane and Roman as this killer team.
Back to back.
Yeah, that'd be nasty. That'd be scary. We're going to have some good fight scenes with that.
That could be really cool. Back to back fighting, side by side, brother and sister. You can't stop. But it's cool. Well, I mean, I guess that's all. That was a great episode, man. Great not in the Sandstorm stuff, but great in everything else. So I guess
it's a good side story.
I guess that's about it. I guess that's pretty good. We wrapped it up. I'm proud of you, Blindspot. I'm proud of you.
Blindspot's getting good. I'm really excited.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're making me proud. Well, before we get out of here, Nick, Marty, where can people find you on the wonderful, glorious internet?
You can find me actually in the comments. I have the latest Slate show. You can see it right there. And also Nick Marty 13 everywhere else.
All right, and me, you can look on YouTube and just search Nerd Soul, or online at One Youngster ONEYOUNGSTA. And of course, before we bounce, we gotta say, don't forget to check out AfterBuzz everywhere at AfterBuzz TV. So I guess that's about it.
Yeah, thank y'all so much.
Thank you, Blindspot. See you guys next time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.